Hello, NBA fans, and welcome back to another episode of the NBA The Week That Was. It has been a really long time since I've uploaded, and I really apologize for that. I took a bit too long of a hiatus from this channel, but I'm back. So, today, I'll be talking about my favorite team, as I normally do on this channel, the Atlanta Hawks. Now, today, we won, and we're 18-25. But that was our first win at home since November. Something has gone wrong with this Atlanta Hawks team, and today we showed signs of how it's become better. But I think things still need to change, and I'll be talking about what went wrong for the Hawks and how things can change moving forward for this franchise. Let's get right into it. Now, the Hawks did start the season too well. We were losing quite a few games. We were middling around 500, and then things just really fell apart. I think the biggest issue with this team, actually, I would say there's multiple. One, it all derives from one issue, though. I really think it lies within the coaching. Nate McMillan is a well-regarded and well-respected coach. He's the one who conducted that turnaround, which led this Eastern Conference finalist team last year. We took 2 games on the Milwaukee Bucks, who were the eventual champions last year. However, McMillan, he's just stuck in his ways. Our team, our effort was waning. We were too reliant on Trey. We lost some tough games. And McMillan didn't recognize the need for change, as has been a trend in his past coaching jobs. It was a reason the Pacers fired him, and it's a reason the Hawks aren't doing well right now. Today, he showed the ability to change. He trusted Onyeka Okongwu to start, and he did a brilliant job on Giannis. He got some great blocks, showed great energy, and overall just showed an ability to slow guys down and bring some energy into the squad. Also, in the second half, now McMillan is notorious for his rotations. He'll sit Trae Young out for like 7 minutes straight at one point. All the fans on Twitter are clamoring for him to get back on the court, but McMillan is just so set on his ways, so set on running those full bench rotations, which end up killing the game for the Hawks. Today, he trusted the starters and also only ran an 8-man rotation for the second half. No guy played less than 17 minutes in that second half, which is a big change for McMillan, and he's finally understanding that this team just needed some belief in them, and they needed to trust the guys who had been playing well. We also traded Cam Reddish, who he was one of my favorite players. I have his jersey, but he had requested a trade. He was one of 4 wings on this team. He was the 4th wing, and while he had some promising games, it never was going to work out. He was one of our worst players, and it was time for him to go. And I think the Hawks are building up to a big move. But will that big move be made after today's game? Let's see if our GM trusts our team and lets them play for a few games after this very promising win. Now, as I said, the issue with McMillan is his rotations. He's just so set in his ways, not giving Jalen Johnson, Sharif Cooper the opportunity. But finally today he showed change. So I guess I could really talk about today's game and how it really differed from all that was going wrong in the past. Now today we got some good effort on defense. Our effort on defense has been so lackluster this year. We're the 3rd best offensive team in the league, and we're the 3rd worst defensive team in the league. That cannot be sustainable. Trae Young has been carrying this offense. He's received contributions from guys like John Collins. DeAndre Hunter's back, which I'll get into later. Kevin Huerter's been contributing, but it just wasn't showing on the defensive end. I mean, the way this team was locking down teams last year, the way they just shut down the Sixers, I don't know where that went this year. The guys just got complacent, I guess. There was just no effort. Our point of attack defense is so weak. There was too much pressure on Capella, who hasn't been nearly as good as he was last year. Overall, it was just defensive mayhem for the Hawks. We were letting up so many points, and that almost a league best offense could not do anything because of a league worst defense. But today, there was effort. There were guys throwing their bodies out there, being physical, showing that effort, which was what we needed and what we need in every game. DeAndre Hunter said it in his post-game conference. The difference today was the effort. It just has to be an all-time thing. It can't be a one-time thing. So a big difference today was the defensive effort that was shown, the presence that some guys had, that Onyeka Okongwu had, DeAndre Hunter had. Hunter was great offensively too. He was willing to drive to the rim. He was putting up threes when we needed it. Overall, guys were just playing with more effort, more desire, and that's why we went on that 20-5 run at the end of the game to win this game. Now, another reason the Hawks really haven't been playing too well is there's just been too much focus on Trey, which is what I've gotten into sort of right here. Guys like Kevin Huerter, DeAndre Hunter, Onyeka Okongwu, John Collins, they all stepped up today. Gallinari has been good in this sort of revival for the Hawks ever since Cam Reddish has been traded. These guys have just been supporting Trey. Trey's been outstanding, one of the best players in the NBA this year, but he hasn't gotten the help he needed. But today, it was there. So today's win was very promising for the Hawks. We rectified many things that had been going wrong for us. The rotations were fixed. There was belief shown in our young guys, and those young guys brought out that effort within everyone else. And as a whole, there was support for Trae Young. So those are the 3 keys for the Hawks moving forward. Showing that effort, showing the belief in the young guys and the rotations, and going with the hot hand rather than being in those preset rotations, and supporting Trae Young. If we can do those 3 things, the Atlanta Hawks will find that success they had last year, and who knows, even if they make the play-in tournament, they could just make a late playoff run, and you never know what could happen in the NBA. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be uploading more consistently now, so stay tuned to the NBA the week that was, and I'll catch you guys on my next episode. See ya.